Alright, hello and welcome to Empire of the Lost, Season 2, Week 2. I'm only going to do that for a couple of more episodes, so I'm never going to do that again. But yeah, how's everybody doing?
Wait, do what again?
Mention
Okay,
that it's
ready?
Season 2.
Oh,
Week 2. What, you don't want to have a complete mouthful every single time you start one of these videos?
No, because I'm pretty sure I forgot to say next during all that too.
Oh,
You did. Maybe.
oh, during what you just said, yeah.
Anything interesting happening with your guys' 2-week vacay?
well, bunch of stuff happened.
I'm in another game now. Go me.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that happened.
He just pestered the shit out of ass.
No, I
Out
did
of
it.
ass.
I did it a
Out of
little
ass.
bit.
Oh.
No, I did it a little bit. Then someone within that game had decided it was their god-given duty to harass the ever-living fuck out of him at every given opportunity.
And only by ever saying that Alfie does have a vagina and they've seen it.
Yeah, they did do that, didn't they?
There was no other argument except that one.
Repeating it over and over
It's,
again.
it's a good argument. Can't question that.
I have finished half of my finals in Colleg and going to finish the rest of them Tuesday, and then I am finished for now.
Did you fucking say colleague?
Yes, I
Yes.
did.
Okay.
Sure is. Because I'm
Trash.
absolute
You're more
garbage.
trash than I am. And that scares me. To be frank.
Anybody else? Chris, anything interesting?
Not terribly, just, more school stuff. For me, it's winding down too, so that'll be nice.
Didn't last week say you were doing something that was time relevant, that was important? I can't remember.
I can't think of what that might be right now.
Wasn't it getting a house or something?
No, I already bought a house.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember, but I can't. It's been a while.
Wow.
God, no.
Oh, look at that.
Sorry, not sorry.
What about you, Ellis?
My life as always remains unchanged.
Something happened to you on Thursday, though.
Put that on a t-shirt.
Did it?
Yes, something did happen Thursday, didn't it?
Oh yeah. We play another game, Halo Mythic. Really cool. Check it out on Thursdays, 6
I
p.m.
got shot.
Alfie was shot, and I double crit enemy spaceship thing, killed the shit out of it, and then I lied to a man with a 1% chance of success and succeeded.
Wow.
So
Lucky
my
balls.
16-year-old Halo character is now an ODST. Totally ODST didn't just find a dead guy and take his clothes. Good shit.
Nice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that definitely was a thing that happened. And I'm sure there would be no repercussions or penalties for creating such a fabrication at all. Especially in the Halo universe, they're really okay about lying.
Nah, it'll be fine.
So why did everyone else's cam shit? Well, not everyone else. It's just Adrian and things cam go off. Kelsey, that's her name.
That didn't
What?
happen. That's just on your
That's
end.
just
Oh.
What?
That's
I see.
always just on your end.
Okay, I'm sorry.
You scared the fucking shit out of me.
And what about you, Philip? Anything interesting with your 2 weeks?
Stuff happened.
Yeah, just stuff happened.
Yep.
I hear you then. We all hear you. Stuff happened.
I
Stuff
have
happened.
ears, yes.
Time passed.
Mhm.
Things occurred.
And excuse me, I have my mic cam off for a little bit while I'm eating. I didn't have much of a chance to do it before stream, so enjoy the ever-spinning blackness that is what would be there anyway if my cam was on.
No, but wait, but then you can.
Wow.
No, but you can break two birds with one stone. 'Cause it's-
Jeez.
Wow.
Wow.
All
But
right.
but wouldn't you
Okay.
eating gain more of a following, more viewers because
No,
some people
I
like
do
that
not
type of
feed into those kind of people.
stuff? We at Nightxgamer do not kink shame
Night.
or
No, we
How
don't
much can I
kink
just
shame.
do with
I will not kink shame voyeurism, but I will not eat for people. But who wants to do the recap from the last game we played?
Ooh,
Yeah.
me.
Go right ahead.
Okay, so what happened was that after we talked to the farmer saying, "Oh yeah, you guys been off for like well, I don't know, like 2 months or something," like, "Oh, that's neat." So we started going down a little pathway, trying to go to a certain town. We talked some shit. Akiyama. Actually, what else? We talked about a couple things. I remember I specifically
We
talked
about
about
what to do, who to tell when we die.
yes,
It's a lovely conversation.
yeah. Astron talked about potential kids. That would be cool. I'm gonna go shopping with Akiyama at some point. We were convincing Ro that it's probably best that a person having death in their life the entire time probably like, oh, you should probably stay close to a war because a lot of death there. So hey, there's that. Arceus and other stuff happened. I don't really know, but anyway, we got to a certain village, talked to a cow lady, talked to a cow lady's father.
That's racist.
Then we went to a that's
We're
racist,
just
and
full of racists.
then we went to a bathhouse. Well, they went to a bathhouse. I stuck outside because I didn't want
Yeah,
to be
you
naked.
sat outside the bathhouse.
In the meantime, people were wondering whether they want to be co-ed or not. Some people went to co-ed. Arceus and Fiona want to be in the girls only thing, so that's a thing. Turns out that while Asteron was flipping off the sun, little boy guy came out of the bathhouse with a certain sack, and we're like, oh, that's neat. Good day, governor. And I was like, good day, sir. And he walked off. And then turns out Arceus and Fiona's clothes got stolen. So that was a little fiasco that was going on. Asteron saw for once again a naked Raya who is swole as fuck. Akiyama
Hell yeah.
Akiyama cross-dressed in order to get into the female-only thing. He's
Look for
totally not a
clues.
pervert.
Totally not. It's fine.
Totally not. After that, Asteron was able to find the culprits, but was
Did Jack
trying
shit
to
about it?
was trying to turn over a new leaf, so he was giving them a chance to, redeem themselves, and so he waited at the counter for them to
And let them
come
run
back
away.
and to let them
Let them
come back
attempt
out.
to run away.
After a little bit of discussion and searching, Akiyama and Raya were finally able to get onto Asteron's level and actually get to the culprit's place, in which case they finally were able to stop them in the middle of them trying to get away with the horse thingy. The criminals were surrendered, and we brought them to justice. And Arceus went all Animu and threw Akiyama to the ground, realizing that he was the woman that came into the bathhouse. But all that other stuff got done in text RP. So yeah, I guess that was essentially all the story bits. Oh, and Rykor's
And now we're gonna go get pie.
Oh yeah, and pie.
We're gonna get
And
pie.
pie.
And pie.
Chocolate
Which
pie.
is not a pastry.
Chocolate pie.
It's not chocolate pie. I
Let's
believe she wanted
let's not get
pecan
into
pie.
Shut up.
It's not a fucking pastry.
No, shut up. We're doing game now. We're doing game.
Alice.
So,
That was my
I
favorite
got
thing ever.
genuinely upset.
now that we're in the wonderful...
Not something you want to remember. I know.
Now that we're in the wonderful world of, well, Tillith, something's going to change with the structure of how we play our games now. Now that we're in a less critically dangerous area. In small areas, I give the party freedom to create things not necessarily that will always benefit them, but more for the narrative to allow them to say this is stuff that they can see in the town and then just be that stuff that we can interact with. So, who wants to take the shot at describing how the bakery is and the people that are running it?
God, no.
Nose goes.
Alice, you're muted.
Well, I was going to, but fuck you all.
Oh no, go on.
Go on, buddy.
My creative juices aren't really flowing today.
Nope.
Fine, I'll do it.
I
Okay.
started so well.
So it's a pretty little house. Well, not a little house, but it's got a little bit of a smokestack there with a little bit of nice smelling fumes coming out, and just like, oh, that's really pretty. On the little bit around the windows, there's a little bit of flower patterns, and in a couple windows you see some freshly baked pie sitting on the windowsill, and you're just like, that's probably something that we could probably do. And there's a door with a little bell. And there, that's it.
What's it made of? What's it built with?
Brick.
So as you guys head to, or already are inside, you move through the portal, and on the inside, you see all these quaint wooden tables and chairs, looking like they've been handmade. On the opposite end of the room is a decently made island that seems to be a mixture between wood and this elegant marble slate for a tabletop. And beyond it, you see the cheerful Inuyaikan face of an individual looking at you while he's wiping down the tabletop, a white apron over his chest, and just a cheery smile on his face as he turns to see you all. Ah, hello! Welcome! Looking to buy some baked products?
Yes, you do pie.
Oh, do I do pie? Of course! I actually have a couple of fresh ones that cooling out on the windowsill right now. I hope you're into blueberry.
Turn the rest of the group in a questioning glance.
I mean, I never had pie before, so I'm just kind of rolling with it.
Oh my, he moves past you and just like puts a hand over Asheron's shoulder. Then you are in for a treat as he starts to like walk you in as a group now at that point.
Okay.
So a little time passes.
I'm fine without.
Little time passes as the scene reopens with the 7? I think it's 7. Yeah, 7 of you sat at a couple of tables pushed together as you are waiting for the individual, which you later on learn that his name is Win.
Win.
Is that like... that or that?
The Y version.
Okay.
Live to win.
Wow. Because, why makes the name cool?
It does, though. Shut up.
Shut the fuck up.
But you guys are sat here at this table. He brought you all the cups of water as you guys are sat here, and it still seems really surreal being at a table, a really homely feel, a town filled with people that aren't trying to kill you. You guys really made it back.
I'm just expecting us to all wake up from a fever dream that Riceland put us through just to fuck with us.
Riot does not look comfortable. At all.
Thank you, Armor does.
Fiona just looks really happy sitting beside Arthur.
Hey, so since I didn't take a bath before, does anyone feel like coming with me to look for a lake I can spruce up in?
It's around this time that Win comes back, pies in hands, like, oh, if you're looking to use the lake, I wouldn't suggest it unless you guys are militant trained. As he starts to put a slice of blueberry pie in front of everyone that wanted it.
Is there something wrong with it?
It's odd. A lot of people went there, and as he finishes setting it down and kind of wipes himself on his his apron, they went there and then either eventually complained about some discomfort they were having, or left town. It's been peculiar that it just became a stigma. People just stopped going to the lake.
Right.
Interesting.
How long ago was this?
Well, that's something someone else can deal with. We've
Well,
had a long day.
yeah, we've had a long day, but we might stay here for a little bit. May as well make a nice town a little bit nicer.
Are you as adventurers?
Astron just gives him a look. Like, really?
Oh, well, we get travelers every now and then, but haven't really had an adventuring party in quite some time. Oh,
Oh, really? When was the last time you had an adventuring party?
honestly, I want to say a couple of years.
We're not really an adventuring party, are we?
I don't know.
Eventually
Oh.
speaks up and says, "Why don't you just tell us
What the
exactly
hell
what the
else are we
issue
then?"
is that's going around here? We could see what we could do about it, right, guys?" She says, like gathering the feel of the rest of the group.
I suppose if you want to.
Yeah, if it's something major, then yeah, sure, I'll leave it to real people. We'll just fix little things.
Yeah, it could be fun. Just tell us all about the different ghost stories around town. Like, I'm sure those ruins up there have probably a bunch of stories, right?
Oh, the ruins, actually. He points at the ruins. Is the direction where the lake is. Oop.
Yeah, really.
Convenient.
Talk amongst yourself real quick. I gotta fix something in the house.
So Rose stands up and rips Ian the Icon in half. Complains about having hair in his pie.
So, are the pies in front of us right now?
Yeah, they are.
No,
Okay,
I
so-
believe that was the intent, yeah.
Alright, so Astron's gonna just take his hand and just dip it into one of the pies, taking it up and eat.
Asteron.
Astron,
You don't eat that like that.
Right?
No.
No.
But it feels so good just having the warm in your hand. Or go,
No. Astron.
You're doing it wrong.
He's happy.
but it feels so good.
If you need to wipe your hands, you can use Akiyama's robes.
No, you can't.
Just eats the rest of it and licks his hands.
Well, it sounds to me like we should be discussing what our intentions are going forward.
Oh yeah, certainly. As he goes to dip his hand, his licked hand, and back into the pie.
No. Astron.
Pieces of pie in front of us.
Yeah, we had a piece of pie each.
It's not an entire pie.
Yeah.
Okay.
You don't get to fucking double dip.
Fine.
Right, he's back.
He licks the plate. I mean, those ruin things sound interesting.
The what?
The ruin things where the lake is. That sounds interesting. Maybe it's haunted. Ooh, that'd be cool.
Hopefully.
Prefer if it wasn't.
Sorry about
Yeah, but-
that. I had some muffins in the oven that almost had big burn. Whew.
Do you have any eclairs?
He turns his head curiously. It's like, eclairs.
That's a particularly fancy food for someone like yourself, Roku.
It is.
What the hell's eclairs?
I may describe it.
Well, it's sort of like a pastry that could be stuffed with some sort of cream or jelly and usually dipped in a chocolate.
I think I could just pull something like that off if you're willing to wait for the time for me to try to make it.
Do you have any meat pies?
That's an Eniakin specialty.
We're talking chicken? Pork?
The ones that we have on hand are. He goes back
He
and
looks at Raiko.
after a short time comes back to the group. We have chicken, turkey, and hawk.
That seems random.
Fuck.
I couldn't say no to a hog pie.
I'll say yes to the hawk pie as well. Wait, how much is this costing us, by the way?
Yeah.
Oh, well. I let the pie go on the house, especially since it's your first time trying it. Yeah, honestly, I made so many that it's fine.
Oh, thank you.
That's very kind of you.
Quite
Hey.
generous.
You can pay me by just letting people know about us.
Oh yeah, what's the name of the establishment?
I actually haven't
Made
really
his face
came up
up
with.
with
He
my
scratches the side of his snout. Came up with the name I liked.
Pastry to win?
We were called the Chocolate. Forget it. But yeah, it's still a working title. If you just let people know to come to the bakery in Ciderwood, that'd be great.
Okay.
Help the town
How
out
do you-
too.
How do you actually make those pies? I've been trying to figure it out.
Oh, it's an art. You first have to find an oven that you really have a kinship with. He's starting to get more expressive as he starts to tell you like the different intricacies of his baking habits, and seems to be really animated about it by the time he's like done with it.
Oh yeah.
And that's
So
how you
define-
know you got the perfect setup.
So define kinship. I mean, is the hole supposed to be fit around your cock, or
Asteron.
what?
Astron.
What seems to be
What
really
are you-
intimate with his oven.
We talked about Kuth, Asteron.
I mean, the hole.
Asteron.
So not another slice of pie for him.
Oh,
No.
Yeah, he's a bit.
No more.
I apologize, friend.
Oh, we get all colors and kinds in here. It's fine.
White.
But before I forget, you wanted to know more about the lake and ruins?
Lake.
I suppose that's what we're doing. Yeah.
Yeah, the lake is on the other side of the ruins. Actually, a lot of part of the ruins fell into the lake after, its destruction some 500 years ago. That used to be Castle Cedar. Actually, the foundation to the name of our little town here.
who lived in it?
Some lord, I imagine.
I mean, obviously.
His name was Lord Thomas Cedar.
Thomas Cedar. Can I roll a knowledge and ability for that? 18.
For 500 years ago?
Uh,
Hold on, I want to give it a try. I have. Let me roll knowledge and ability.
Sure, go ahead.
Oh shit, that was a shit roll. I need to change my thing.
Better than me.
passing. Yeah. Yeah, that definitely was a long time ago.
Why is this castle falling into disrepair?
Oh, well. After an incident where there was a split in the Lord House, the son of the Duke was arguing with his sister at the time about who was going to take the castle, and well, the family name on the Duke was starting to get on his last legs, and it caused a split, and a small civil war happened. I don't know much about it since I wasn't born, but I heard it was quite unnecessary, to say the least.
And no one's been in there since. So, seems like a strong military position. Surprised it hasn't been claimed.
Well, funny thing is,
Are you
people
going to say
just
it's
stopped
cursed?
Don't believe in that stuff going on here. The good king
Wow.
did good to make sure all magic was banned, so we don't have to worry about stuff like that anyway.
All magic is banned.
Yes.
Of course it is.
Of course.
Well, banned outside of particular groups who were
It's
kept under
regulated.
watch anyway.
When
Yeah,
did-
like
That-
That's what I thought.
when
Oh,
did that
yeah,
happen?
I didn't mean that magic magic in the public sense is banned.
Yeah.
You can
Let's
still
be-
get permits if you're the right people.
Yeah. But no, it's not cursed or anything like that. It's just, well, to be fair, the land sucks. It's on a rocky hill, so it's hard to really plant or make anything there. And yeah, it's a high position, but things have been quiet here. Don't really need military force, other than the ruffian taking out a line, but very little that a castle needs.
Oh, fair enough.
I suppose that's a good thing.
I was hoping for something more exciting, but
I think we've had enough of excitement, really.
I'm inclined to agree.
I'm done. In 10 years, I feel like I should probably get a bit more excitement in my life. Till then.
Psh, I'm sure you have more time than 10 years in you.
no.
Especially if you keep off the pie.
Right. Alright, well, thank you for the information, Mr. Wynn. It was quite enjoyable to listen to you talk.
Ah, don't mention it.
Very
Now,
helpful.
let me see about making you this eclair, was it?
Yes, it's no rush. I can come back at a later time.
Oh, the way that you described it should be simple enough. Just, if you guys are sitting about, it won't take more than 20 minutes to see if I can get it right.
Well, you go. I don't suppose you have any old cooking books for bakery, do you?
Books?
Yeah.
Yes, I do, but those are fairly family heirlooms and hard to come by.
I thought as much.
You don't get books around these parts easy.
Could we perhaps borrow them and make notes of recipes? The pie was delicious.
He starts to scratch the back of his head. You feel like you may need to do more convincing than just asking.
Diplomacy.
All I've got is intimidate.
Hey.
That's all I've got.
Hey, this is what I want.
Between
You back
you
off.
and me, you could probably pull it off, but
I was just, I'd like to learn how to bake, and as you said, it's a really enjoyable experience, a really personal one. I'm sure you'd be happy with letting other people learn how to do it, and I'll be sure to credit you if anyone ever asked in the future how I got so good at bakery. I would be able to tell it was all thanks to you.
He starts to rub his snout.
It is.
Alright. But, make sure you don't leave the store with it and be very careful. It's a very old book.
I've had a lot of experience with old books. I'll be fine.
Alright. He eventually goes back and, within the time, goes to the island and places the book down onto the island. And this thing is, like, grimoire, big and old.
Yeah, it's not so much as a book as it is a bunch of
Oh.
sheets of paper, just kind of that kind of thing. Yeah.
Alright. Here you are. The entire baking history of my family.
Let's go look back already long time.
Oh yeah, my family has been bakers for the past 40 generations.
Wow.
Yeah, he kind of like puts his fingers through his aprons and looks really proud with that. It's like, yep, it's a cornerstone of my family.
So is that all your family, including siblings?
call the shop Cornerstone.
No, it's normally just the elder members that take part in it. The firstborns.
This is all going to be an innie icon, isn't it?
The earlier entries are, but later in the years we started switching over to common. Since a lot of the time the native tongue stops becoming as useful.
I was formed in innie icon. It's fine though. I can read it.
Oh, he looks kind of appreciative at you for saying that. It's like, very well then. take part as much as you like, and I'll be back with that pastry.
Wonderful.
Take the book back, sit down with everyone else, and he'd kind of pass through what he can. Maybe making a few notes on his own stuff.
I was gonna say, if you don't have paper, I'm sure we can loot that haberdashery.
Oh no, I've got paper. I bought paper. I have a lot of paper.
So, quick question. In the party, who doesn't have a tail?
Is that in character or not?
This is me out of character asking. As I've seen, who here does not have a
You
tail?
might as well ask that in character. There's no reason not to.
So Astro looks around. So which of you don't have a tail?
Hmm?
Ayana will look up at you and tilt her head. What type of question is that?
I mean, clearly you do. Does Raiko have a tail?
That's for me to know. Yes, I have a tail. What's it matter?
No. Bro?
No. Is Ryra right?
She does that.
Where did
I would ask, but she usually, slaps me down, so.
Maybe she got upset that she doesn't have a tail.
Tail envy. No, she's
Oh.
heard of that.
Oh, I should probably
Fayana-
apologize. I get up.
Fayana would get up and say,
boy.
I'm gonna go check on her. I'll be right back.
Yeah, me too.
But no, I think it's best if you stay here.
I think with my tail thing, it probably hurt her, so wouldn't it be better for the apology to come from me? I'm coming with you.
Then perhaps what you should do is find something with a tail, cut it off and give it to her so she can have one.
Row, please.
She might actually like that.
Plan
None
B.
of
You
You're
guys
helping.
are the worst.
Put a
You
pin
two
in
go
that.
talk to her together. The rest of us will be here.
Hunting for tail.
We're not going for any tails.
Yes.
Fayana will stop and start hedging.
Yep.
I
and
just
I'll follow.
imagine Raya finding a tail pinned to the back of her robe, finding out who put it there, and then strangling them with it.
But anyway, you two are gonna go speak to Aya.
Yep.
Go do that.
Fayana walks outside and looks for Aya.
She's just standing outside the door.
Hey, Raya, how you doing?
Are you okay?
I mean, I'm real sorry about the tail.
Uncomfortable.
Yeah, I'm real sorry if you do have a tail that you don't want to talk about. It's fine. It's fine. I mean, I didn't see any when you were naked, but it was fine.
Astron, why were you feeling uncomfortable?
She kind of clamps her mouth shut.
It's fine if you don't want to talk about it. I was just concerned.
That's her rolls aside on that statement.
Fiona doesn't really know what else to say, but she just stands next to Raya and is still looking at her kind of concerned. I know you're not much one for talking, but I still am here if you ever want to.
Don't worry about me. Have fun with the others.
But I am worried about you. You're still one of my friends.
No reason to be worried about someone like me.
Wait, what do you mean?
I'm fine.
What do you mean someone like you?
She doesn't say anything. She just kind of gives you a look like you know what I mean.
You didn't get a lot of this when you were younger, did you?
Of what?
That in there. People just talking about pie and stupid things. That's why you're uncomfortable, isn't it? You're not used to that.
She looks away and doesn't say anything. But it's the kind of looking away where she's trying to avoid.
I guess your parents didn't really take you out to bakeries a whole lot.
Don't fuck. Asteron. Shut up.
Well, I guess that answers that question. Well, all I'm saying is, you don't need to live in the past. You can come back inside, and we could all have a blast talking about pie, eating cookies, shoving pastry down each other's throats, and having to cough it back up. But, you know, there's no need to stand outside like a lump. You can come back inside, and we can all laugh. Don't even need to talk about whatever happened.
I'd rather be a lump.
Did you even have any
She's
pie?
avoiding looking at both of you.
I mean, did you even have any pie? Did you eat any of it?
No, she didn't have any.
They ought to get back some pie.
Don't.
Do you want
said
to starve?
that I'm fine.
Really don't seem fine.
I won't be if you keep pushing.
Yeah, fine.
She looks even more uncomfortable than she was in the bakery.
Fine. So how about those ruins, huh? Those seem
Asteron,
pretty interesting. Yeah, well, change the subject.
I think we should leave her alone.
I've just been alone all this time.
I know, and but if it's what she wants, just know, Raya, that you're our friend. We care about you, we worry about you, and we're here for you.
She doesn't say anything. She doesn't know what to say. She just kind of half nods in acknowledgement. Still not looking at you.
Fiona just sighs and starts heading back to the bakery. Come on, Astron.
I think I'll sit out here in silence.
Is that even possible for you?
I don't know, let's wait and see as he sits down at the doorway, just looking at you.
Are we doing a staring contest? Is that what this is? Are we gonna do a fucking staring contest? Where I inevitably win?
Roll for willpower.
Or like roll for intimidate.
That would be fortitude, I believe.
Probably would be fortitude.
But yeah, he just sits there. He tasted pie. He's satisfied. One tick off his bucket list.
Oh,
She
Fiona
just
will...
heaves a very heavy sigh and resigns herself to her fate.
Oh, Fiona will give a small smile and say, well, I'll just be inside if you need me. And
No, not the night cat. Wait, hang on.
Yeah, you didn't see that.
No, you didn't.
Cat really wants to get inside the building, Raya. And I'm not talking about Fiona, I'm talking about your night cat.
Very reluctantly go back inside.
Yay! See, was that so hard?
Hey, alright.
As you all go back through the door, you hear Rose saying, "What do you mean chocolate pies and pastry?"
I hate you.
Now
so
it's canon
hard.
now.
As Wynn's coming back with it's round and kind of looks like a pumpkin that's been cut in half, but it seems like he's tried to puncture some bread with filling and paste the top of it like more like a chocolate drizzle than a cover. And he's like, well, to be honest, I mean, it's just not really a pie, if you want to go strictly baking terminology. As he sets it down on the eclair in front of Rykor.
But
Yeah,
you
it
buy
even
it
says
from
so
a
in here.
baker. Like, you buy it from a baker. Like, where
It
else do you
even
get pastries apart from a baker?
And you can buy
Says it
water
as
from
well.
me if you want to.
And then that is pastry.
Well, I guess people are just free to think their own things then.
Yep, sometimes people are just allowed to be wrong.
That's why there's more than one god.
Too meta. It's too meta for me.
It's not how that works.
So, would this fit what you were looking for?
Yes, it would very much. Thank you. I'll take a baker's dozen.
Oh,
Oh,
Wow.
okay,
Jesus
See-
Christ.
that might take me a little more time than 20 minutes.
That's fine. Like I said, I'll come back. Maybe
Ew.
tomorrow if we're here that long.
Well, we're gonna go investigate the lake. Spend the evening here.
Alright, that'll give me enough time to get this all together. Want to just say a flat 150?
Sure, whatever we're eating today, I'll cover it.
Very generous.
Actually, is it possible if I could get a piece of pie to go?
Oh, that shouldn't be too difficult.
And what's the
if
spiciest pie you
it's-
have?
If you could, can I also partake in that? Maybe 2 slices, please? Alright, so 3 pieces to go.
Can we just take an entire pie to go?
What's a real spicy pie?
You don't really do pie spicy, but if you
Really?
want spicy meat pie, that's possible.
Yeah, I have that. Yeah, that. Yes, yes.
I once had a curried meat pie. It was delicious.
Don't
Is that pastry?
I don't really do curry. I'm not too familiar with that. It's not kind of turns up at the idea, but yeah, I could draw some peppers into the meat pie and get something like that going. The meat pie does take a little bit of time to make as well, so you may want to come back in about a couple hours.
Yeah, that's doable.
Alright, perfect. So, Mr. I don't need to know your name. So, Mr. It'll be in total about, with the pastries that you want from tomorrow as well, come out to $375.
Beautiful. I'll just take out my coin purse and almost empty it for him.
Oh, saw that coming.
He watches you do this, and as you get like halfway through, he's like, "Yeah, I'll just keep the 100. You can keep the rest."
I mean,
Such a
it's
nice-
No,
it's really
fine.
alright.
We're gonna be getting some money back very soon anyway. He's not making himself bankrupt on pie.
Yeah, it's really
I love these guys. I love
You
this
sure?
guy.
not a problem.
I won't argue. And I'll make sure to have that stuff properly wrapped and ready for you guys. Your meat pie in a couple of hours, but everything else when it's ready.
Gracias.
Anything specific for the pie flavor? We have apple, blueberry, some heretics like orange, but if that's something you're into.
Orange pie.
I don't suppose you make pecan pie, do you?
Not this far east, mate, sorry. That's something that you expect more off the mainland.
Cherry?
I can do cherry.
I'll take a slice of cherry pie. To go.
Well, considering you're getting an entire pie now because you're not the only one who wants to keep some.
Well, what about you, Arsus? You were the one who wanted the most pie.
That's fine.
Well, I'm really partial to strawberry if you have it. You're just in luck. That's just about to go out of season.
So what's exactly in the meat pie?
Depends on what you want in it. Currently, between the chicken and turkey, I have a personal broth that I put in it and could add carrots or anything of the like. It's all about your
Sounds
taste
good.
buds.
Oh, that sounds good. Yeah, that sounds really. Yeah, that sounds nice.
Alright. So, with all this, I'll be able to get that stuff all to you guys within the right time. So, if you want to do some exploring around that time, I'll just be here baking.
Oh.
I think we have some other things to take care of in town.
Is there a jeweler in town you'd happen to know of?
His emotion, like, cheerful persona kind of just droops. It's like, kinda.
They're not very pleasant or something?
Well, he's quit for a while. Though, back in his time when he was actually doing his trade, you couldn't find a finer jeweler on this side of the Empire. Though, for some reason, he just up and stopped. Never put his hand on his tools again.
Doesn't still buy or sell, does he?
I mean, if you're talking about buying and selling, buying being drink and selling everybody's like for him for being drunk all the time, well then yes, he does.
That complicates things somewhat.
I would just try to avoid it. But don't let that stain the town. Everybody, we're good people. He's just going through something in his life that's
Tough
having
time.
more of an issue. Yeah. But I don't want to hold you all up. You guys take care. I'll get your pies, meat pie, slices of pie, and all that in order for you.
Thank you.
No problem.
Alright. Thank you.
As he walks back to get working on that, seeming to be more enthusiastic to heat up his oven for your guys' order.
Thinking I would haul that book back.
Yeah, and you can just leave it on the island.
Put it there.
Did you find something you can make on the go?
Possibly. But they've got some ideas at least.
Right then. Why do you want jewellery?
I don't want jewelry. I was given those jewel rods to sell.
Oh, of course.
Sell those to a jeweler.
Perhaps they'll work as currency in their own right.
Yeah. Be able to can you haggle? Do people still haggle?
People still haggle, yes.
Then yeah. You might book it more than they're worth.
Possibly, but typically businesses don't like to accept things as payment that isn't something they normally sell.
Oh well. Upsell, sure.
Maybe, but I think you could easily imagine why someone would be quite annoyed if, for example, I attempted to buy all those pies with gems.
I think you'd be thrilled.
Yes,
As
well,
you said.
aside from pies, what is it that we need?
Money?
Well, yes, money to buy what? Supplies.
Money for safety. We're going to be traveling a lot. We're going to need gold for places to stay.
Good
going
to
to
buy
need-
tents.
Well, we have tents. At least I have a tent. I believe most of us have a tent.
I got a bedroll.
I think I only have a bedroll as well, but it suits me fine. Nope, I have a tent.
I believe I still have a tent even after we used it as a rope.
That's true, we could use some more rope.
I have 85 feet of rope tied around me. If you didn't notice something.
Yes.
Or really
Why
just a
do you
massive
have it
bound of
tied
hemp.
around you?
How else am I going to carry it?
I still have
Fair
everything
enough.
that comes in the basic backpack.
Yeah.
I don't remember what that is though.
You still got 10 rations, I believe.
Well, what's the plan? Like, I need to go and hunt undead things so I can fulfill my bargain with Dustron here, but
That's
you guys
something
have
to
some
do.
war that you're fighting?
Not doing a war, but I owe a friend a favor. That friend just so happens to be someone involved. That kind of thing.
Speaking of which, we should take some pie out to the people outside of town. Probably appreciate it.
Oh yeah, those guys. Forgot about them.
Well, we are buying some whole pies, so I suppose we can just bring some along for them too.
I wasn't intending to share, but fair enough.
You're not eating a whole pie.
You can't stop me.
I think your stomach will stop you.
Be surprised. Anyway, so war with occasional ghost hunting? Is that the plan for everyone right now?
I mean, like the ruins might have something for you.
What are we You're looking for things to slay.
I'm looking for anomalies to set right.
That's not what we're here to do.
Well,
What are
fine.
you here to do, Akiyama?
I'm currently trying to meet up with a person I owe a favor, and that just so happens to correlate with what Fayano and Arceus wants to do, so I suppose I'm with them.
If it's something that the people here are suffering through and haven't been able to find aid, if it's within our power, then it's our duty to attempt to try to help.
I agree.
Oh boy. If we're going to go around fighting things, I'm going to need a new sword.
Also, I suppose while that technically might be true, we can't do that everywhere we go, or we'll never get where we're actually trying to get to.
Yeah, but then think about this. If they want to do the thing that they want to do, wouldn't it be best to have a lot of people at your back, making sure that you still have that rapport with people? If people are thinking that you just care about just this cause and not thinking about what the people are suffering through, because I mean, a war,
I'm
people
not
are gonna
trying to get
suffer.
involved in that. I don't want to be involved in that. I just kind of have to be.
Isn't Swan with you all about healing people?
Yes.
There's going to
Then
be a lot of injured people if there's a war.
I know, and I will help those people when they get injured in said war.
Though,
So-
also, can't you prevent injury by fixing, say, a corrupted lake that's causing people to go insane?
That's quite the leap from what we got told.
Well, people
It's
are
at least causing them discomfort.
getting itchy and leaving town.
Might just be something in the water.
I heard about that once, went around a camp, but... Anyway, I said we just go have a look at the lake. If it's something big, we kill it, make the town safe. If it's just something in the water, I don't know, can you bless water, make it good?
That's not really what Swan does.
Oh.
All the
Oh, we
same, it is something that Dove could do.
Astro looks over at Arceus, looks around. Are we really going to be doing that right now?
So you are a worshipper of Dove then?
She would nod.
As long as you aren't too vocal about it, as when we're with other people, it'll be fine.
Oh, when we're not.
Be careful.
Are you telling her what to say now?
I am
He's
when
telling
the,
her that it's illegal.
I
Yeah.
am when the opposite will get her killed, yes.
Ah, I getcha.
What do you mean?
Worshipping doves be made illegal, punishable by death.
And I believe the majority of the Seraphim were hunted.
Seraphim are hunted down and forced to either deny Dove or, well, go down with her.
Yeah, didn't Dove die at some point?
Supposedly.
Her eyes would go wide looking at Asteron.
Look, I didn't want to drop that on her right now, though.
Well, it's
Ew.
made my life easier.
What do you mean that Dove is dead? Who's the new one?
Look, let me handle this, alright?
Oh, okay.
For the time being, there hasn't seemed to be a replacement. At the moment, as far as we know, there is no Dove. In power, anyway.
As you're saying this, Rykor actually would notice, like, since you have the highest fucking perception of the group. I keep forgetting that. Rykor is your guys' eyes, so,
Because he put fucking like 40 goddamn points in it at once.
Wait, I have all points in spot.
I've got 18 passive spot.
Like I have maxed out my spot.
Is it spot or sense motive?
Yeah,
It's
isn't
fine.
something like this more of a sense?
no,
motive?
this is something that's spot. As it's, you notice, like, her legs are starting to weaken as he's saying this.
I know it's something that'd be hard to understand, but I'm sure it sort itself out, and I'm sure you're very well aware that things to do with the gods are hard for us to understand. I imagine there's something going on that we don't know about.
Also, as much as it pains me to admit it, I'm doubtful Swan's actually dead. Dove's actually dead.
Swan's still around.
Your powers come from her, do they not? I saw what you did with the whole light show when we're fighting the Avatar of Avarice.
She would nod.
If you can still access her power, then perhaps she's still around.
In some shape or form, yeah.
Yeah, speaking of which, I look over to Fiona. Are you doing okay?
You mean the
Yeah.
thing?
Yeah.
Have you developed scales?
I still feel normal.
Would a knowledge spirits give me any insight into that? About possession and stuff, like how that might work.
If you're possessed, the person that's being possessed wouldn't necessarily know they're possessed. Unless the spirit possessing them wants them to, so... She could feel fine completely and still be possessed if it is just a spirit.
Okay, so if it is just a spirit, you're probably possessed. Spirit probably doesn't want you to know that you're possessed, but you're probably possessed. So just keep that in mind. Miss Arsis, I'm assuming you can do stuff about that, but I don't know.
That's a good point. I need to know how to remove devils from their body. Not devils, demons from bodies.
Yes, for no particular reason, as I'm looking around.
Alright,
Yeah, look-
it's my job.
These conversations, I think it's best if we have them not here.
I
Yeah.
agree.
That's probably wise.
That's why I wanted to keep conversations like this for later, when we were in a more private area.
Well,
Like
nothing
a
looks more
lake.
private than... She would look to Ro with a nod, and then she would point towards the abandoned castle on the rocky hilltop.
Couldn't get more private than that.
Yeah, Kiyama.
And that's why I thought we all agreed on going until you started talking about things you really shouldn't have been talking about here.
Alrighty. So, sleep over at the ruins? Y'all are...
Shouldn't take all day.
Is
Should
anyone still
be
wounded? From...
Quite. I mean, this one bandaged me up pretty good, but I'm still aching a little.
There's only so much we can do for the time being.
Yeah.
I'm good, but I'm not that good.
Well, it's just before I actively go looking for a fight. I want to make sure you're not all bleeding from your organs.
Well, we're not actively looking for a fight, we're just investigating for the time being.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, sure. Gets up from the table, stretches. So, Oh, just gotta wait for this guy to come back with our food, and then we're all good to go.
No,
Right.
he's cooking while
He's-
we leave.
Yeah.
Right, that's what's happening. Okay, he walks out the door.
So are we
Um,
intending to go to a lake or to the castle?
It's
Both.
the same thing.
Same direction.
Well,
They're
it's
in the
not
same place.
thing.
It is the
They're
same
in the same
thing.
place.
It's in the,
the
same
castle
place.
fell into the lake. Part of it, at least.
Should we tell the wind that we're not going to be back for that pie today? Collect them all
We
tomorrow?
are going to be back for today.
We're not gonna go.
It's not
sleep
that
there.
far away. We're not sleeping there.
Astron said a sleepover.
Astron's an
Astron
idiot.
says a lot of things.
You actually listen to Astron?
Well, now he's willing to die, yes.
So as you all begin to move towards like the back of the town, going past the buildings and start to trek up the hill, we're going to take this time to take a quick break. So, thank you guys for watching. We're going to take a quick 15 to 10 minute break and be back within that time to the continuation of today's very chill fix to town problem episode. So, thank you guys for watching. We'll be back within that time. So, peace.